My name is Bishop Kenya, Professor Lecturer Clergy, Bishop Kenya M.Loltome. I'm Professor Bishop Kenya M.Loltome in the faculties of Islamic Studies and also Christianity, Islamic Ideology Studies. So if you have any question pertaining both these books, the Holy Quran here, the Holy Quran, and the Holy Bible here, okay, New International Version Bible, feel free to contact me. Feel free to contact me. I've taught these books for many years. As also lecturer clergy in various county governments. I've taught African and Church Beset Bible College, Narrow County Government. The African and Church Beset Bible College. I've taught them students taking Christianity and Islamic Studies theology for many years. And also Covenant College of Mission International, the same place, Narrow County Government. And also here in Nairobi Regional Government, I'm coaching students who are taking religious political philosophy theology from Presbyterian University here of Nairobi online, as well as other colleges also who are taking online studies because of COVID-19 here in Nairobi. Like students who are learning degree level also, likewise like any others I've mentioned. Of Viga county government who are living here in Nairobi, and they're from Friend Theological College students. I used to teach them both theologies, okay? And also I've taught the paramilitary, general service and official force to Kenya Defense Forces here in Nairobi National Government for 12 years as spiritual affairs civilians instructor, spiritual affairs civilian instructor for 12 years, that is 2004 to 2016. Kenya Defense Forces also is equivalent to paramilitary, the one I've taught. That's an official force to military. I said general service units. College here in Mpakazi, Nairobi National Government, Mpakazi Utawala College for 12 years as a civilian spiritual affairs instructor. Today we want to read the Word of God from, the Word of God from both books. And obviously, I said on several occasions, if you read Quran 14:52, you will get a clear message to all human beings living in this world. One, that thereby, they are supposed to know that they are here for a purpose, and they need to be happy because God is with them. And also they need to be knowing where they are going from here, because we are aliens and strangers here on earth, that we are heading to heaven anytime. And also we need also to read both of these books to get inner peace, which is not found in this fallen world. So if you read the Holy Quran, chapter 14:52, you will get actually inner peace. You will know also where you are here, where you are going, why you need to be happy when you have God, and how to find inner peace in your life. Also, likewise, the Holy Bible, likewise. So our topic today is about actually all leaders or rulers, in that case, president, kings. They are regarded in both books as watchmen, or sentries, in that case. Both the Quran and the Holy Bible regard actually, regard rulers, kings, and the president to be sentries, or actually watchmen. What is actually the work of watchman? The work of a watchman is actually to warn people of any invading enemies, in that case. That's why we have many sentries in all gates. We have so many of them here in Nyayo. We have them in all military, gates, Kenya Army, Kenya Police, and all security institutions. We have these sentries. We have also leaders, presidents, as the same sentries like those soldiers who are supposed not to sleep on duties. Like our president today, Uhuru Kenyatta, His Excellency, and his deputy, they have actually decided to sleep well on duties. And because they have slept, they have now found themselves actually not in the ruling type of government of TNA, the National Alliance Party of Jubilee wing. They have left without knowing, because if you are asleep, you don't know what is happening. Even actually the soldiers who have been guarding the grave of Jesus Christ at one time, they slept. And when they rose up, they found Jesus was not in the grave. And they decided to shit actually the whole world that some people came and stole the body of Jesus Christ. And when they have been asked actually by the rule court, the court of law, how did you know while you are sleeping who has stolen the body? They kept quiet simply because they have been bribed, and they slept and they found themselves even lying. Because how can you say that someone came and stole the body of Jesus Christ on the grave, inside the grave, inside the grave actually, and you also at the same time you give a false testimony that while we are asleep. You don't know what's happening when you are sleeping. And that's why now Uhuru Kenyatta is president. Our president does not know what's going on in Kenya. Today in our nations, both the Daily Nation and Standard, okay, it is reported that actually our members of parliament have never met to decide for us Kenyans 47 county government, 290 constituencies, and 1,450 wards assemblies. They have not sat, okay, to decide our revenue collection equitable sharing formula. That is why now, from February 2021 to February today 2022, according to the inquiries which was actually conducted, these human beings have stolen the whole year money. Our parliamentarian, that is the National Parliament, which is the lower house, and the upper house of Senate, parliamentarian. That's why you see only 20 of them out of 450 members of parliament, and 67 senators, only 10 at times, meeting, and their speakers are not appearing, okay? They have decided to leave also themselves, like now Justin Muturi is the presidential aspirant of People's, Democratic People's Party, DP, is no longer there and is earning money. Yeah, all these people are asleep, including even the senator, the Speaker of Senate also, Lusaka. Okay, these human beings are earning money without working. So it was so shocking for the nation even today, and daily nation actually reported that these human beings have never met to decide our annual development program projects. That is meant for education, for security purposes, for health, for food security, for housing, for agriculture, for anything called them, for water and sanitation. They have never met actually to design. Since February 2021 to 2022, and actually our national budget normally starts from June 1st and also to July 30th. Every year it is being known actually how much money is being spent in capital expenditure, recurrent expenditure, and supplementary expenditures, but nothing is there. They have just pocketed those money and kept quiet. So our president Uhuru Kenyatta and the other president also, William Samuel Ruto, together with all their followers, because this government now is Jubilee, and they have already decided to leave Jubilee, the National Alliance Party, which is ruling government. Okay, nobody's there now. Everybody has just taken money and went and sleep, including the president Uhuru Kenyatta. And now it's sitting in Kenya, that is in ODM, it's no longer now in Jubilee, ODM, Orange Democratic Movement of Raila Amolo Odinga Opposition Party. The other one also is the UDA, another opposition, that's William Samuel Ruto. And now the government is left without any person. It's like a human being moving without a head, which is impossible. Impossible. Kenya now is moving without a head. So a sentry is a person who normally is not supposed to sleep, but to allow the enemies to invade the land and the people living in that land like Kenya now. In ancient Israel, if you read actually Ezekiel that the 3, 6, and 9, they used to execute such kind of human beings. Okay? They used to execute them seriously. A sentry who fell asleep, actually, that is Ezekiel that 3, 6, and 9. A sentry who fell asleep allowing the enemy to invade the land could be executed. According to the Ezekiel report, that is actually written a long time ago, that is 571 before Jesus Christ was born, or about now, it is actually 25 years, 2,593 years ago. Okay? It is 2,973 years ago. Or actually, if you go to the other side, it is actually BC 71 years ago. So it's a long time ago. Okay? 2,593 years ago. Because it is 571 before Jesus Christ was born. Report. So this man warned actually the Israelites who have been in a captivity. Together with him also, the priest was captured by the Iraqi people from Jerusalem and taken captive to Iraq or Babylon in that case. So he told them, actually, we are here because our leaders have slept. And because our leaders have slept in Jerusalem, okay, we are taken captives by Iranians, people of that time. And he was telling them, actually, let us just know God is with us, no matter, even though we are in a pagan, probably nation that time, according to them. Okay, but he said their leaders have been not responsible and accountable for their lives. That's why they have been taken captives. Okay? That time, the Israelites have been taken captives by Iraqi people. Actually, 571 before Jesus Christ was born, or 2,593 years ago. From now, this is the specific period. Kenyans now are taken captives by, a lot of problems. Because our leaders are asleep. Okay? Our president is asleep. Uhuru Kenyatta, okay? Margaret, his wife, need to waken him up. And Rachel, the wife of Ruto, need to waken him up. Actually, because these two presidents, okay, they are asleep. And because they are asleep, now the country is moving without a head. And now all other politicians and also senior public servants are asleep. Well, they are on duties. So, Kenyans now, our leaders are not responsible or accountable for our lives. That's why now we are living in a country whereby nobody cares for us. Nobody. So, a ruler or president or king who failed to fulfill his duty in leadership actually is not a responsible or accountable leader in that case, or any leader in that case. Okay? He is not actually a person who is reliable in that case. And because of that, during that time, a stricter kind of judgment will be leveled against those human beings. Okay? Many Kenyans now are dying, not because of hands of terrorists, but because of the hands of our leaders who are becoming big-bellied terrorists. Big-bellied terrorists. Because if you are killed by, by a gun, if you are killed because of lack of food, if you are killed because of lack of water, if you are killed because of lack of health attention, medical health attention, or call them anyhowly, any kind of misbehaviors by leaders, then it means actually you are dead. There is no red or black death. It is death. So this human being actually have killed so many Kenyans, more than the terrorists, be it Al-Shabaab, be it any form of terror group, be it robbers, those people who call them robbers, or any other form. Our leaders, fellow parliamentarians, actually, and our senior public servants, including our president, okay? Both presidents, because now both of them are claiming to be president, which is true. The other one also gave, the other one obvious. Uhuru Kenyatta gave actually when he went to Hague, okay, on October 6, 2014, he gave his deputy, William Samoei Ruto, to become the president, and he actually went to Hague as an ordinary man. Okay, he came back again and fought him up to today, from October 6, 2014, up to today, both presidents and our provision and 2010 Constitution, Chapter 148, once the president resigns, is no longer the president of Kenya, but mysteriously, Uhuru Kenyatta has forced himself in again after resigning. The whole world will concur with me, including even ICC, okay? International Criminal Court of Justice can concur with me, including even a prosecutor, Karim is there, okay? And also Bensouda, and call them even United Nations can concur with me, His Excellency Antonio Guterres, okay? African Union can concur with me, Chairman, and even East Africa community, the whole world will concur with me that our president have resigned on October 6, 2014, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, and gave his deputy to become the president. And once in the whole world, when you have resigned, appended signature of resignation, there's no way you can come back again and rule the country except Uhuru Kenyatta, who is asleep now on duty. Okay? And both of them now fled, actually causing a lot of deceit to Kenyans, that actually we are no longer now in the ruling Labour government. That is DNA, the National Alliance Party wing. The Uhuru Kenyatta now is saying is an ODM, Orange Democrat, a similar Wajinga Subu, kind of wing again of ODM, Orange Democratic Movement Party. Okay, of Raila Amolo Odinga. And the other one has also fled to United Democratic Alliance Party of Mudama. So actually, what we have to put across here, such kind of leaders actually, they used to be in the ancient world and even today, they are supposed to get actually a stricter judgment that will be leveled against them, because people now are dying of a lack of water, lack of food security, lack of housing. Many people even behind my house here in Mbakazi village here, people are sleeping behind my house. The whole world will concur with me. Everybody concur with me here. All leaders around this Nairobi can concur, okay? And Uhuru Kenyatta can even come and see. We have street families here behind my house of post-election violence 2007, 2008, and repeated in 2017 election. We have some of them here, and no housing, for sure, no housing. Although we have an empty land here, 8 acres, nobody settling these human beings. We are also squatters ourselves, except that God has helped some of us. We are living in British houses built by Elizabeth II, 1952. That is why now we are not actually like in street families. We are thanking them. We are thanking God and also British government. Okay, that's the president, female president, among other whites also 4 of them, 3 men and 1 woman in the first government of Kenya. That is 1920 to 1953. 1920 to 1953. That's the first government, white people government and black as well. Actually, we are living in those houses. Some of us single rooms houses. We are congested, but there's no way we have to live like that, because our government, again, this one now does not give us actually extra houses, although now we are families. We thank actually God and the British government, not Kenya. They have done nothing. These black people, these 4 presidents, they have done absolutely nothing. They are actually very busy making highways here in Nairobi, in Nyeri, Central Republic of Kenya, and People's Republic of Kenya, Raila Amolo Odinga country, and Uhuru Kenyatta country, called Central Republic of Kenya, Kikuyu, Sungema, okay? Kikuyu, Embu, Meru, and Nakamba country, overlapping kind of, tarmacs, highways, but people are dying of hunger, and no housing, and no medical care. Who will eat roads? Nothing, infrastructure, nothing. Go to Nairobi here, near the airport. They are overlapping, they are causing a lot of mess. Even vehicles are constantly having a lot of accidents because of this confusion of roads. Hanging, like the Tower of Babel. We don't want such kind of shitting, deceit, okay? Or people making SGR and they mortgage it and it become actually the country now is mortgaged, okay? It's not ours anymore. Even SGR, Standard Gauge Railway, is not ours. It belongs to Chinese. Okay, highways also likewise. People are saying that we are building roads and just 1 mile road is costing billions of shillings. They pocket it, okay, and the whole country now smoking. What I want to say here, these ladies need to wake up to awaken their leaders, their husbands who are ruling us. Margaret Kenyatta, okay, the wife of Uhuru Kenyatta need to awaken his husband, her husband, okay, Margaret Kenyatta. He has to awaken the president, Uhuru Kenyatta to work. Ratio, not ratio, the wife of, Shabbat ratio, the wife of Ruto, need to awaken a husband, okay, William Samoei Ruto to work. And let them refuse, these ladies, they ought to refuse to earn money for no work. God is not going to bless these families. And all politicians who have now earned money from February 2021 to 2022, which they have not worked for. Why do you do that? And when a policeman actually abscond from duty for 1 day, is being sacked, or a Kenya army, or any other person, or even a teacher, even a judge. Why are politicians absconding from duties and they are there, including the president? He's earning money for nothing. It's not working. Uhuru Kenyatta is not working. It's not working. It's asleep. So actually, these ladies, they ought to, from these politicians and senior public servants, some of them, are actually corrupt one. They are not supposed to earn money, our taxpayers' money, while we are sleeping like street families here in Embakasi or the whole of 7 county government of Kenya, okay, with 7 of them, 290 courts and 1,450 words assemblies. Okay, they are not supposed to earn our money. And their followers are also supposed to be not free from the hook of rule of law, because they are disturbing people even in these villages. They are shouting, Asimura Wajinga, UDA, name them, Oga, I don't know whether I'm Oga, Tani Tupu. They are confused people. These people are getting money for no working. Okay? They are calling themselves, some of them Oga, some of them Asimura Wajinga, some of them Uyuda, I don't know, Judah or Judas Iscariot, something of that nature. These human beings actually, even their followers are disturbing us in these villages. Okay? They are ever confusing us here in these villages. Trying to take names of human beings, no jobs. This we are going. The following day you will be employed in Kasi Mutani. Now youth are ground. They are full here in Embakasi. They are in another church here called Kisima Church. Kisima Church. They are refusing people to pray. They are now making a lot of youths here disabled. Those who are not disabled, there is work, from another man, another Kikuyu man from land, I don't know, there's a data going on. Youth are going to be employed. Here, next to me, just less than 50 meters away from me here. They are even refusing the church to continue because they are conducting this kind of, interviews from the church, premise of the church. Why don't they go even to the chief's camp there? Because they know that they will be held accountable and responsible. Why don't they go to police here and do such kind of conduct such kind of mischievous kind of interviews? Okay? Why are they coming to take refuge in churches? And they are refusing pastors to conduct their services. Here in Embakasi next to my house. Youths now, as I speak, there are so many of them. There is they say the Minister of Lands is going to give people jobs. They are going to collect, urban and, planning, housing, what, sitting people, youth. Now we have all youth of Nairobi here in Embakasi village, doing nothing here. Because this thing is just conducted by the Nyumba Kumi elders and no other person. And these elders are also confused. They are just given some papers from the Minister of Lands. Oh, we have some data, geographical data. We want to get all these rich families and give them housing. Where? Where? Next to my house here. They are not supposed to use churches in such kind of deceit. Uhuru Kenyatta must come here and actually, we have so many youth here to see what is this kind of deceit going on here. Where is the Kasimutani? These human beings, the youth have been, they are told actually to fill those, forms using online for Kasimutani. They did it. So many of them, even my sons, including my son, one of them is disabled, leg amputated. They are using money to build these things in a, in an online. Now they are telling them again, come to the church, Kisima church, I don't know, ni Kisima ya nini sasa, ni Kisima ya kila kitu then. In that case, they are making the church to be a Kisima of every shit, of deceit. The church premises, they need to be, people need to come here, even the police here, need to come and check these things. Because these youths now, we don't know even where they are coming from. There are so many of them, all over Nairobi. 17 constituencies, and 85 wards assemblies. How can people converge in one small room? How can people, very small room, very small room. They are even actually going to spread a lot of a lot of diseases, including even COVID-19. Very small room, even the police need to come here at this church called Kisima Church here near to my house and check what's going on here. Now that kind of an interview has been going on from actually, since actually, it is now almost actually so many days. Okay? They are continuing. Okay? They are continuing actually. They are saying this thing is continuing for so many days. So many days. And July 25th and 22nd of this month. These politicians are cheating people and they are spreading now COVID-19. These youth have not even, they are not given even when they are in that small room. Very simple room, very small room, called a church. They are hiring a very small room, enclosed very small room, which cannot actually accommodate more than 20 people. Now the whole of Embakasi, the whole of Nairobi, 17 constituencies, youths are actually allowed to be in that kind of a room. Okay? 85 wards assemblies, Bakasi youths, and 17 constituencies actually in Nairobi. They are here near my house. They are seated. Bring your ID card, bring your photocopy, and then the other, cybers next year. Now you have to give them money. These youth are told to bring those things. Harvesting for nothing. Imagine now a small room called the church. This church now called Kisima is a ministry. It's not a church. It's not a stream church. It is a ministry. We have so many ministries. There are no stream, big stream churches. I'm now using this blog of International Church International Online. Mine, online. I'm now speaking on online. Mine, founded in 2016, and the government has permitted me to do that. Okay? And imagine now we have so many mainstream churches, ministries. They are not churches, ministry like this one, Kisima. It's not a church. It's not I don't know, it's not even registered probably church. Now these people are using the name of the church to bring people from all over Nairobi, 17 constituencies, 85 wards assemblies, and telling them that we are going to give them jobs. And recently they have told Kasim Mutani is there, fill those forms again in online, where these students have used a lot of money online, and nothing is there. Now they are bringing all of them again in one single room called the church, which is not a church actually, is a ministry. Okay? So actually, the police of Embakasi village need to come and check this thing. Otherwise, Uhuru President need also to come and check this thing. Not to allow people to spread even actually COVID-19. No masks, nothing. They are not providing people with masks, and they are not washing hands. This thing has been continuing here for almost a week now, here, next to us here. And the youths are so much frustrated. How can you have actually the whole of Embakasi, the whole of Nairobi, county government, youth in one room? That's very terrible, very silly kind of behaviors. Very silly. These are actually what we don't want actually, we don't want our leaders to allow this kind of mess to continue, and in the name of serving Kenyans in a very illegal manners, like this one now which is going on here. We want actually our MPs 290, which are duly actually elected, and for 7 women representatives, for 7 governors, for 7 senators, 1,450 wards assemblies, plus so many of them nominated, plus 2 presidents, plus ministers 22, plus chief secretaries 22, plus principal secretaries 22, to return money, taxpayers' money for 1 year to the treasury because they have not been working. That's what actually our newspaper have stated today. They have not been working, including the president, okay, and the other presidents also, because we have now 2 presidents, Okay, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Ruto. These human beings have not worked from February 2021 to February now, today, 2022. So they must return money to the treasury, to Uhuru Kanasho, Minister of Finance, which is now lacking money to operate. It's from home. It's a government from those ends, like where I come from, Marsabit County government, which is normally referred in Kenya as Mukundu ya Kenya. Mukundu ya Kenya, the bottom part of Kenya, where Kenya sits. Where there is no development, except gunshot only. Huko sasa kwetu Marsabit ni sheria ni bunduki tu. Hakuna kitu kingine, kwa sababu the government is a sleeping government from all over 47 county government, 290 constituencies and 1,550 wards assemblies. So these human beings, they need to return the money, the treasury. I said the two presidents, Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy president, which is actually the president as well, since October 6, 2014 up to today, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta and his colleague president also was given that office October 6, 2014. Dr. William Samoei Ruto need to return the money to the treasury because they are not working. And 416 members of parliament, including duly elected and those who are not elected, and 47 governors and their deputies, and 47 women representing members of parliament, and 47 senators, okay, plus those one who are nominated, about 67, plus 1,450 wards to members of parliament, all regions, and those who are also nominated, many of them, and actually 22 ministers, and all workers in their offices, and chief secretary, administrative secretaries, okay, and the principal secretaries are supposed to return taxpayers' money. These human beings, we are told today, they have just pocketed those money of 1 year, and now in preparation to go and, look for seats to the city Kenya and again to bribe them, and come back and again sit on us as usual. Wanakuja tena kutukalia bwana, hii binadamu. Kwa hivyo Uhuru Kenyatta amelala katika kasini. Uhuru Kenyatta wa president analala katika kasini. Na hata mwingine tena naitwa William Samoei Ruto ambaye amepewa hiyo ofisi October 6, 2014. Hata ni president wakati yule mwingine alienda Hague. Kwanza ile mambo ya post-election of 2007-2008 post-election violence. When the other one went on post-election violence charges, he gave him actually an office. Alipatia mwingine kwa president na kuja kupigana naye tangu 2014 mpaka wa leo. Meaning that even Uhuru Kenyatta was illegally in office since 2014 up to today. He's not supposed even to have been actually in election ballot paper 2017. And I think that's why Raila Amolo Odinga skipped that election. Because he was already resigned. So he was just forcing his way through, like when another funny Kikuyu man who has become a senior regional police commander for so many years. Wanjoy. They call it somebody like that. Wanjoy. Somebody who has become actually police senior officer and sacked so many people. So remember me 2022 as your president. And I want to repeat it once again. Let Margaret Kenyatta, the wife of Uhuru Kenyatta, awaken Uhuru Kenyatta to work for the remaining 5 months. And not to accept to take our money to their children when the president is not working. Likewise, even the other president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Rachel is supposed to waken him up, and they are not supposed actually to earn money, taxpayers' money, when they are not working. And the wives of all politicians, national parliament, and also Senate, and principal secretaries, and also chief administrative secretaries, okay, and call them cabinet secretary, which is ministers also. Their wives, if their husband are not actually willing to forfeit the money, let them not bring those money to them, because it is a curse. That God does not allow people to earn money when you are not working, including senior public servants. They are not supposed to earn money if they are not working. Otherwise, remember me 2022 as your president, because I will not be a sleeping president. I will not be a sleeping